The English Podcast by Ecsplicite.
Welcome to the Explicit Podcast. I am Sue.
And I'm Lawrence. In today's podcast, we're practicing common expressions for identifying a caller when you're receiving incoming calls.
Who shall I say is calling? Knowing what to say when answering the phone is often simply a matter of common sense and respect for the caller.
Remember that in certain business sectors, perhaps your own, your voice is the only human contact that a prospective client may have.
For each call, imagine that you're welcoming a special guest whom you don't wish to disappoint.
Could is generally used for polite requests.
Could I please have your name? Please could you spell that for me?
Can is also possible in place of could.
Please can you spell that for me?
May is also possible in place of could.
May I please have your email address?
So you're in the office, the phone rings, you pick up, and the person is speaking in English. What do you do?
In the extract we're going to hear, Manny, who works for ECS Boxes, receives an unexpected call from Suzanne, who wants to speak to his boss, Saskia, who is absent.
Listen to the key phrases in their conversation. How many times do they use the words can, could, or may?
Jello, ECS Boxes, this is Manny speaking. How can I help you?
Hello, may I speak with Saskia?
May I ask who's calling?
Yes, this is Susan from Explicit News.
Thank you for calling ECS Boxes. Julian speaking. How may I help you?
Yes, is Saskia there?
May I tell her who's calling?
Yes, this is Susan.
Okay.
At the beginning of the call, Manny presents his company and himself.
Jello, ECS Boxes, this is Manny speaking.
He then asks simply,
How can I help you?
How can I help you is a very useful phrase to understand the reason for the call.
Notice, too, how Suzanne uses the modal auxiliary may.
Hello, may I speak with Saskia?
May can also be used to politely identify the caller.
May I ask who's calling?
Sue, did you notice how many times the words can, could, or may were used in the dialogue?
I think it was 5 times, but I didn't hear anyone say could. Is that normal?
Yes, can and could are really interchangeable, although may is perhaps a bit more polite. So, just to recap, when identifying a caller and the reason for a call, you can use can or could.
How can I help you? Could you tell me who's calling, please?
And may, when you want to be more polite.
May I ask who's calling?
So, next time you pick up the phone, no need to panic. You will know exactly what to say.
Thank you for listening.
Bye for now.